Hello, Kehilat Darchei Tzion. Morning of Shabbat, Parashat. We read this week another one of the prophecies in which Hashem consoles Am Yisrael after the tragedy of Churban Beit HaMikdash. We read in Yeshayahu Nun Daled, Anya Soara Lo Nuchama. Yerushalayim is described as a poor woman who was not consoled after the great tragedy that happened to her. And Hashem promises Yerushalayim that everything will change. First of all, she's not going to be poor. There's going to be great financial success. Everything is going to be full of gems. Yerushalayim will flourish. The second level, her children, her sons, will grow spiritually. V'chol banaich limudei Hashem. And the third, there's going to be peace. V'rav shlom banaich. And we all hope and pray for the complete fulfillment of this prophecy. Yeshayahu continues and tells us that it seems like this whole thing is conditioned. Bitzdaka tikonani, rachaki meoshek. You will be rebuilt based on tzedakah. Tzedakah can mean charity and it can mean justice. And you have to stay away from oshek, from taking advantage over those that are weak. How we behave as a society towards each other, what we call ben adam lechavero. And then the next part of the prophecy says, Hoi kol tzameh lechu lamayim. You have to go, everyone who's thirsty should go to water. You should look for Hashem. You should look for Torah. Ben adam lamakom. Am Yisrael has to grow spiritually. Based on these two anchors, Yerushalayim will be rebuilt. And we have the zchut of seeing how some of this prophecy actually becomes real, but not everything. And we're still praying for the full fulfillment of it. But we also realize that it depends on us. It depends on us practically and what we actually do and build, and also morally, and what values we have. Charity, justice, and spirituality, Torah, connection to Hashem. And I want to look at this idea of bitzdakati konani, that you can understand as charity and you can understand as tzedek, as justice. And I think there's a big difference. Justice is you do things the way they're supposed to do. You look at someone and you see a certain phenomenon and you say this is problematic. You're looking for justice. You're looking for the right thing to happen. Tzedakah is something where you see a certain situation and you come towards it to help. You come to help out. You want to give some aid to the situation. You're looking at people in a way that has more emotion, mercy towards other people, compassion. That is the charity. That's bitzdakati konani. And the idea of having compassion, love, care for others is more than just helping them financially. And it's not only making sure that the court system works correctly, but it's a way of life. It's how you treat someone else who is in pain and agony and suffering on many different levels. How do you look at them? Do you have this perspective where you always criticize, where you say, well, you're suffering because of A, B, and C. Your problem is that you don't understand how things are supposed to work? Or do you have compassion? You feel for people that are in problems. And the great, I think, challenge of this perspective of tzedakah is when you look at people that you disagree with. Not people that are in physical problem, but people that are in a problem because they disagree with you ideologically. They look around at the war, they look around at the army, they look at different aspects of what's going on in our country, and they feel like they're in trouble. Bitzdakati konani says to be able to look at people that you don't identify with their troubles and being able to have compassion for that too. Shabbat Shalom.